I found the receipt in her coat pocket. Not just any receipt, it was from a restaurant I couldn't afford, $200 spent on dinner for two. The date printed at the bottom burned into my eyes. The same night she told me she was working late. For a few seconds, the kitchen around me seemed unreal. The hum of the refrigerator, the tick of the wall clock, even the faint smell of the coffee I'd just made. All of it faded under the weight of that little slip of paper. My stomach dropped, like the floor had given way. Emily had always been practical. That was her word. Practical about her career, about money, about the future. When she said, "Love doesn't pay the bills, I need to be practical about my life," I laughed it off, thinking she meant saving instead of splurging, focusing on stability. But lately I'd noticed her drifting. Her phone never left her hand. She stayed later and later at work, coming home tired, smelling faintly of cologne that wasn't mine. Still, I told myself stories. She's stressed. She's ambitious. She just wants the best for us. We were engaged. She wore the ring I gave her, smiled in photos, kissed me goodnight. I let myself believe that was enough. A week before the receipt, I caught her staring at her phone. Her lips curved in a private smile. When I asked, "What's funny?" she locked the screen so fast it felt rehearsed. "Just a meme from work," she said. "Can I see?" She slipped her phone into her bag. "It's stupid. You wouldn't laugh." Something about the way her eyes darted away made my chest tighten, but I forced a laugh. I didn't want to sound paranoid. I wanted to trust her. The receipt wouldn't let me sleep. I lay in bed that night, Emily beside me, her breathing steady and calm while my mind spiraled. My fiancée, the woman I planned to spend my life with, might already belong to someone else. At 2 a.m. I whispered, "Emily, who were you with last Tuesday?" She stirred but didn't open her eyes. "I told you. I was at work." I clenched the receipt in my fist, the paper crinkling loud in the dark. "Then explain this." Her eyes snapped open. For a second, I saw panic flicker across her face before she masked it with annoyance. "Why are you going through my things?" she whispered sharply. "That's your answer?" My voice cracked. $200 at a steakhouse? While you told me you were stuck at the office. She sat up, her hair falling into her face. "You don't understand. It's not what you think." "Then what is it?" Her silence told me more than her words ever could. The next evening, she came home earlier than usual. She found me in the living room, lights dim, receipt on the coffee table like evidence in a trial. "I need to tell you the truth," she said, her voice low. My chest tightened. "Go on." She sat across from me, hands trembling. "There's someone else. His name is Daniel. We work together. It started with business dinners, then it became more." My throat went dry. More. Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't mean for it to happen. But he has connections, opportunities. He's successful. He can give me a life I can't have with you." Her words sliced deeper than any knife. She wasn't just leaving me for another man. She was leaving me for status. For money. For the kind of life she thought I'd never give her. "So love doesn't matter to you?" I asked, barely above a whisper. "I love you," she said quickly, desperately. "But love doesn't pay the bills. I need to be practical about my future." The words echoed, the final nail in the coffin. I wanted to scream. To break something. To demand how the woman I trusted most could betray me so coldly. But all I managed was a hollow. "Why didn't you just end it?" Her face twisted with guilt. "Because part of me still wanted you. You're safe. You're kind. But with him, it feels different. Powerful. Secure. Safe. Kind. As if those were flaws." I stared at her, at the woman I thought I knew. Every memory, our first kiss, the night I proposed, the way she used to hold my hand when we crossed the street, felt poison now. The next morning, she packed a small bag. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She just kissed my cheek and said, "I'm sorry." Sorry. As if that word could rebuild what she had destroyed. The apartment felt hollow without her, but also strangely lighter. I spent nights replaying every conversation, every excuse, every lie I had ignored. She had chosen money over love, security over loyalty. I wondered if she'd ever think of me again. if Daniel's wealth would ever warm her the way I once did. But the truth that haunted me most wasn't her betrayal. It was the realization that I had loved her more than she ever loved me. 3 months later, I received a message from her. Short. Desperate. He left me. I made a mistake. Can we talk? I stared at the words, my heart heavy but no longer fragile. The old me would have said yes, clung to hope, tried to fix what was shattered. But that man was gone. I typed one sentence in reply. Love may not pay the bills, Emily, but at least it's worth more than your kind of loyalty. And then I blocked her. As I set my phone down, a strange calm settled over me. The pain remained, but so did clarity. Love isn't about being practical. It's about being present, faithful, and true. And if someone can trade that away for a fancier dinner bill, they were never really yours to begin with.